Okay, it looks like someone's, whoa, feeding the birds. Don't know, I don't think you should straightforward feed here. I think this place has a lot of mixed feelings about feeding the birds, although you can or not. I've actually got at least around under 17 minutes to straightforward catch up with the next bus. Strangely enough, there's actually quite a few things I might show you before I should straightforward end the whole video by actuality, because that ending was just straightforward a bit of a teaser of what was about to come. And I'm just walking my way in. Strangely enough, there's a lot of geese, a lot of Canadian geese, as you've seen before. Ooh, black-headed gulls. Ooh. Or getting a bit of a feed. Nice to know. Strangely enough, I might as well just keep on walking. And there's actually a few more special things about this park. Apart from the model boat facility right here, which is, I think it's usually quite closed. And I might as well just definitely have a look at other things apart from what I'm seeing here. A lot of geese, a lot of seagulls right there. Look how they just honk. Whoa. I'm actually going to go up towards this section where the river is, or should I just say creek. There's like a little brook, which actually has, if I go up towards here, and the birds are getting a complete oh my goodness, look at this frenzy of activity going on here. That's a complete feeding frenzy from here. Looks like they haven't got that much. Well, there's a greylag goose outside here, eh? Well, what I'm actually quite curious is this little creek right here. Strangely enough, if you're very lucky on a really nice, bright sunny day, miraculously somehow you could probably see a few signs of little tiny fish. Probably like little insects, if you're very lucky. And there's a freaking fly that's actually buzzing right next towards me. And there's actually quite a huge assortment of flowers here. We've got some sweet peas and irises right over at the riverbanks. Beautiful looking flowers. It's quite a nice setting right here. There's lots of different like flowers. Somehow I'm starting to see lots of like little insects and also like little fish that are right over at this river. Quite a beautiful sighting to see. And I'll go up towards the other side, see if there's any other life forms right here. And strangely enough, we've got lots of flies, but I'm also seeing a fish. Quite interesting. I think I can see like little minnows, sticklebacks, and there's actually quite a lot. There's actually quite a few fish. If you know where to look here, there's actually quite a lot of fish in that little river here. That's actually quite amazing. I can actually start to see little tiny bits of fish right over at the river here. Just fantastic. Not sure about the risk assessment about the fish at the moment here, because we are actually facing in some sort of drought, although I don't think it's that severe comparing to like America or Australia. And strangely enough, it's still flowing, and there's also fish. There's still bits of fish, and there's also this weird rule about feeding the birds, as you can see. Yeah, and also rules about avian influenza. And yep, as you can see, yeah, it's somehow not the best of rules and that kind of thing. But what I'm going to do, I mean, you can feed the birds with like actual bird food, and wow, I can actually see lots of fish. There's actually quite a lot of like minnows on that river here. If you would love, I would love to go ahead and do a bit of fishing like that, but I can't. But nevertheless, I'm starting to see bits of algae as well too. Luckily, there's no signs of like algae being built up in that river here. At least everything's a-okay. It's all fine here, to possibly say the least. Strange enough, I'm seeing bits of algae, bits of seaweed. Hopefully not something to do with sediment. Not sure how much sediment is building up right over at the river here, maybe I'm just talking a bit of nonsense here, because I think this environment is usually a little bit different than what you'd find at the coast. It's quite nice, isn't it? Quite curious. You can get like little tiny minnows, little sticklebacks. Pretty sure I must have probably disturbed them. But yeah, I'm actually quite curious to see what other life forms are also in this place. It's quite beautiful. I'm pretty sure these are irises or sweet peas. These little weird pinkish, whitish looking flowers here. If I track along, it's actually quite a lot. Wow, that's quite a stunning sight to see. And there's a beautiful fern right here. There's quite a very amazing sort of little area here. And actually, as I trek along through the riverbank, it definitely shows a very impressive sign here. Apart from oh, I can see a bit of fish actually. Wow, can't believe it. There's a lot of like fish right over in this little riverbank here. That is just fantastic. Somehow that is nice and splendid to see. Already somehow this is nice. And I'm also going to go up towards this weir here. Normally this seems to like... Oh, there's some more big fish right here. If I turn the brightness, you might as well start to see them just a little bit closely. I can actually see one right there. One small fish. Actually quite a handful of small fish. Right over here. Yes, the fish can actually traverse through weirs like this. It's like a very small looking weir. It's somehow fantastic. As you can see, there's actually quite a bit of fish activity, and actually the brighter the sunlight, you can actually start to see a bit more aquatic life right over in these rivers. That is just wonderful. That is just so amazing. I'm actually seeing lots of like minnows and sticklebacks. That would have been like perfect food for herons and ducks. Very delicious. As you can see, there's lots of like, whoa, I'm actually starting to see a shoal of little minnows. They're quite very beautiful looking fish. Luckily enough, I've got to see quite a lot of beautiful minnows right over at this little creek. Just fantastic to see somehow, just beautiful to see. And my cameras just went bright again. Sorry about that. Lots of little tiny insects, and look at that. Look at all the little tiny fish just gathering around. But oh wow, I'm actually starting to see lots of minnows. In fact, that is a complete school. Or is it a shoal? Look how they just shoal around through the riverbanks. There's actually quite a lot of minnow activity here. Yeah, there's a lot of minnows everywhere. All I'm seeing is minnows. I did see like a little stickleback, like a big one, I guess. And look how fast, and look how they just dart around for like various prey. That is just somehow fantastic. Going up towards this side here, there's a lot of stinging nettles here, and I'll probably just sign off. And in a funny way, apart from the dried grass, I'm also starting to see various different types of flora that can also be found throughout this park here, as it's like the very late part of summer, and as we head towards like early autumn, which is the season that I seemingly feel like summer is. It's still persisting, but I feel like there's also a little bit of a dissipating sign as well. Often when summer very much peaks, autumn seems to be at a perfect timing, I guess, somehow. It sort of depends. The less heat you get from August, the more heat you might get in September. Somehow it can flip-flop the other side around here. And I'm also starting to see a wide range of autumnal leaves. I'm actually starting to see masses and masses of autumnal leaves. Now that is very much the part of what you see during this time of the year. I think these are oak trees, as you can see, and also because I'm starting to see lots of like oak, I can also start to see, if I go up towards one of the other oak trees, if I go up towards that section here, I'll just keep an eye on the buses just to make sure I'm right on time, bang and queue. Because autumn is actually coming just around the corner here, and if you're lucky to see like grey squirrels, Look what this oak tree seemingly has decided to create. Acorns. Well, strange enough, acorns seemingly do arrive in summer, so hey, it doesn't have to be summer, it can also be autumn. Fantastic sighting to see. Yeah, there's a wonderful, rich, vast area of acorns here. You can actually see there's a lot of oh, look at that, just a wonderful sight. Fantastic place, hey? Looks sort of cool, doesn't it? But I wouldn't straightforward right home to something bad about my mum. I don't know. I'm just saying things. But yeah, as you can see, there's a lot of acorns that are just straightforward traced around throughout this part of the park. And there's quite a lot of it. You can actually see there's some small ones here, the larger chunkier ones. Some of them are also clinging up towards tree branches. If you're very lucky, you can actually see quite a bit right up there, but I don't think that might be right. Maybe I need to turn the brightness a bit. Somehow a bit curious, but I wouldn't even potentially know. It's quite a very nice sighting somehow, especially in that time of year. That being summer, of course. Wow, such a very heavy and high sort of day we're having here. And actually, if I go up towards here, you can actually see more acorns, but it's a bit hard because I think it's the shadows that are sort of blocking it on purpose. It's not a great sight, but let me just go up towards here. And this tree should have... Oh, look at that, there's more acorns here. There you go, there's acorns, and look how raw these acorns are. And there's some very weird deformities with the acorns, which I've got no idea. And in fact, look how stunning this woodland is. In fact, is that a wood pigeon? Oh, look at that! A wood pigeon has got a little family to feed. How nice is that? They do nest in tree hollows. Nice way to just straightforward end this video safely, because I'm about to catch the bus. Anyways, I think that should be about it for today's video, I think. And actually, if I'm walking back, look how many autumnal... Oh my goodness me, look at the leaves. There's just so many autumnal leaves everywhere. And there's a complete swathe of them somehow. Because obviously, who knows, are we getting a false autumn? Oh look, it's that one patch of fresh grass that hasn't been consumed by the geese. But look, everywhere else, it's all been patched and dried. So far, for the notorious nature that summer 2025 has to offer. 2025. Obviously, I don't know what to really say. Yeah, I'm just repeating that year. But anyways, I'm about to catch number 27 up towards the Hubbard Green to do some arts and crafts. And if you really enjoyed in this very miraculous video coming towards Valley Parkway, oh look, there's some flowers here. Someone must have planted that. It's beautiful. Oh look, and there's even more. How nice is that? I'm going to straightforward end this video here. Please give the video a very good like. Subscribe for more for flat videos in the future, especially toy reviews. And as always, thanks so much for watching, and bye for now.